Alright everybody, happy Sunday to you all. What have you guys been up to? What games have you all been playing? We hit 400,000 on the War Games channel. We're about 220,000 almost. We're getting close on this channel. But anyway, we were playing Armada the other day, and I was playing, you know, Thermopylae, right? Where we were the Spartans and we were fighting the Persians. And it really got me into like, man, I want to like watch what Thermopylae would have been like in an epic scale, right? So, you know, I did some YouTube searching, did some Google searching, and I found this game, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I had an idea, because I remember around Christmas time, there was some crazy video where it was like snowmen fighting penguins, and there was like tens of thousands versus tens of thousands. It also had Battle Simulator in it, so you know I had to check it out. Anyway, so what we're seeing here is literally tens and tens of thousands of entities going on at the same time. This is literally like look at the background. Every one of those things, it's not like those are all characters. Those are all like units that are fighting. Oh my god, I thought that Spartan was about to walk off the cliff. But anyway, so I don't know what that weird like rock formation is sticking up out of the ground, but this is nuts. So when you look at it, it's like we love tabs, right? And we're starting like Armada, and they all have their strengths and their weaknesses as games, right? But I think that easily what you're seeing here, the strength of this game, is the number of entities you can have in a battle. You truly can have an epic battle. And it's really cool to see these Spartans just like destroy these Persians. Now obviously, like, this is a game that, from what I can tell from the research that I've done, it's in development right now. It's a single guy making this game, right? The Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator is a one-man project, which is kind of nuts to think that, like, think how many enemies are on the, like, I think it's like over 30,000, like 20 to 30,000 Persians, and you can see, you could probably count the number of Spartans right there. And as they're killing these guys, they're just like walking up. Now what's going to be interesting to see is as the Spartans push forward, their numbers are going to be stretched more. So I think at some point the Persians are going to start pushing back, or if it gets to that point, they are going to encircle them. But anyway, when you watch the movie 300, you always like, I don't know, I was always like, it wouldn't be cool to be able to recreate that battle. So right here you're going to see like a lot of the same unit, but like in the future, you could have waves, right? You could have cavalry attacking, and you could have archers. Oh my god, look at that. Just the number of dead bodies trailing that Spartan army. Yeah, look. The Spartans are going to get to a point where they're going to get surrounded if they keep pushing out. What's going to be interesting is to see the bodies pile up and to see them fight on top of the bodies, if that's modeled into the game. But I mean, This is pretty. Oh, see, look, the Persians are starting to encircle them from behind. There's actually, look at that. You can see the hoplite shields with the lambdas on them. Is it Lacedaemon? Lacedaemon, basically what we call Sparta. Sparta was the city, but the area, the kingdom, I'm fairly certain was Lacedaemon, dude. I know my Greek pronunciation is probably rubbish. What is on that bridge? I want that bridge. Dude, imagine a Spartans holding a bridge. This kind of makes me think about, like, playing a Total War game, like, where you could have Spartans holding out against... They're literally fighting on a mountain of bodies. But the Spartans are getting encircled. So, if you remember, the Battle of Thermopylae, the Spartans held off the Persians for long enough and killed just enough to allow all the other Greek city-states to prepare for the Persian invasion. There was a huge naval battle, and I'm waiting for, oh my god, that is a mountain of bodies. Literally a mountain of bodies. But it allowed for the other Greek city-states to rally their navy and their army. There were two other battles that followed, the Battle of Salamis and the Battle of Plataea, or something like that. And once again, Greek pronunciation, pretty rubbish. But yeah, man, if I was this Greek general, I would have said to hold the pass, because right now they're just getting spread and split and killed. And look at that. They're starting to get surrounded. Some of the Spartans are realizing this, and they're pulling back to kind of do that. But they are literally fighting on a mountain of bodies. And I have not seen that in a game. I have never seen that in a video game before. Like, this is nuts. We did see that one really cool moment where like there was chicken men in tabs, and there was all these dead bodies, and the chickens got trapped under the dead bodies. So an enemy walked towards the dead bodies, and all of a sudden it was like an explosion of dead bodies and white blurs because the chickens just flung out. It was like a chicken landmine. It was pretty cool. By the way, maybe a chicken landmine would be a cool unit for tabs. But anyway, guys, this is just nuts, and it looks like the Spartans are getting overrun. Their final moments as Persians are literally climbing on their own dead to get up there to try to kill these Spartans who have held out as long as possible. This is epic. And where's the last Spartan? There's like 3 up right now. Looks like they're all dead. A Pyrrhic victory for the Persians, but a victory nonetheless. The Spartans have fallen, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Alright, so this is a rematch. Now, by the way, this footage, I don't have a playable build, but I contacted the developer and I asked, hey, can I use the footage and tell my community about this epic game? Look at this. The Spartans look, the detail, the level of detail, the improvements made, look at that. So I'm fairly certain that there were, like, look at that. Actually, some Persians are dying. If you look in the upper left, there were 20,000 Persians at the start and 300 Spartans. And 4 Persians have died. There's 19,996. Look at this. Is that slow motion going on? Oh, the clash. Look at that. The broad-chested Spartans. Oh my god, dude. Spears right through. What would be cool, though, is like the Greeks, the hoplites, had little swords, so they'd use their spears, and then in close quarters, you know, they would use it in formation, and then things would devolve, when the battle devolved, right? Look at the number of Persians just dropping. They're already at 19,000, about 700. Spartans have not lost a single soldier up to this point. So what they did was he had the battle restart, but this time he had the Spartans hold their ground. Like I said earlier, like, they were surrounded. And then it's kind of like, if you can get a concave, right, kind of encircle, slowly start to encircle and get more surface area to hack at of your enemy, you're going to kill them faster. It's just basic science. Okay, so it looks like there's 297 Spartans. 3 Spartans have died so far, and there's been almost 1,000 Persians killed. Although it's, yeah, okay, but the number of Spartans dying is starting to increase. But like when you consider like the K to D ratio of the Spartans versus the Persians is like a one-sided affair in terms of kills to deaths and in terms of numbers. So eventually it makes you wonder if the Spartans can hold this off. They've already lost 11 soldiers. The Spartans are down to 289. 88. 288 Spartans are dropping, guys. But imagine if you have Spartans holding the line and then there's archers behind them, or like a catapult or a ballista, you know, or if you had a chariot charge. Look at this. Here's the mountain of soldiers. This is what I love, is just like to see that. So you can see that like the combat mechanics. If you were to watch a game like Tabs, you get the animations. It's a physics-based combat system, and this one, it looks like it's an animation-based combat system. But I think you kind of have to have that when you're talking about 20,300 entities. And he's done tests where I was looking at some of these videos, guys, and he had like over 100,000 entities in a battle. He was doing stress tests. The developer was. Is that not nuts? Am I the only one who thinks that's insane? We're gonna get to play video game battles where there's hundreds of thousands of soldiers out on a field. Look at this, man. Persians just walking up. Remember the Immortals from the movie 300? It's kind of unfortunate because I would say like, oh my God, some of the Persians are falling off. That would explain why some of the losses were happening before the armies met. That's kind of funny. Dude, I would not be one of the guys on that side. Oh man, that would suck. If you're one of the Persians, like imagine what really happened. You're the Persians, and you're like, oh, we got so many soldiers, and then you walk up and you see like hundreds and hundreds of your friends and people you know just get slaughtered by professional soldiers, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't sign up for this. So right now the Spartans are at 243. I was about to, 242. They are dropping slowly but surely. But man, I'm out of water. I need water. Look at that. Look at them how they just pool together. It's like an army of ants going against like a few beetles or something. Oh, by the way, we gotta play some Empires of the Undergrowth, don't we? But dude, this is epic. I haven't seen a game manage this many entities so flawlessly before. Now it is a battle simulator, so it's like you gotta put the unit. Oh my god, look at the soldiers. They're literally spilling off the cliffs over there. There's this one point where like some of them some of them literally just fall off. And then there's the mountain of dead bodies. There's a few Spartans in the rear that like waiting for their turn, man. They're staying fresh. That's the thing, man. Battle fatigue. Look at that. These guys are like half buried in bodies and still continuing to stab these Persians. So the Spartans have lost 1/3 of their number. At this point, they're at 200. The Persians are just under 1,500. So it's like the Persians have lost 1/4 of their forces. The Spartans have lost 1/3. So you can see the edge in terms of casualties, you know, and forces remaining is clearly in the Persians' favor, even though you account for the disparity in skill and prowess on the battlefield. And when you look at it, it looks like the Persians are slowly but surely pushing over the crest of the hill of bodies. Can you imagine that? Like I was told that like they built a wall of bodies after like the first couple battles at Thermopylae, like, or rather, I guess engagements in the Battle of Thermopylae. I guess that's how you would properly say it, right? Look at the shields. I love hoplite shields, big round shields with the lambdas on them. Now it makes you wonder. Like, I can't imagine the Spartans were just shirtless. I would guess that they would have worn armor. I would have worn armor for sure. But then again, maybe that keeps them lighter and fresher and they can hold their shield and they're more spry in combat. So at this point, the Spartans are on almost their last 100. They have like 112. The Persians' numbers are dropping, but they are now about at 11,500 at this point in the battle. So you can see inevitability starting to kick in here. But it was interesting, if they started with 20,000, yeah, they've only lost half their forces, and the Spartans are dropping like flies now. They're in the 70s, 73, 69, 60, 66. By the time I want to read a number, it's dropping. They're starting to get encircled, and this is where the Spartans get overwhelmed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. The Epic Battle Simulator by Brilliant Game Studios. Do you want to see more of this? I'm trying to get a playable build of this because I would love to recreate some battles. If we could get this game, what battles would you like to see? Let me know in the comments if you want to see more and what battles you'd like to see. And ladies and gentlemen, 20,300 units all fighting. Look at that mountain of bodies. This truly is an epic battle simulator. 2-1-0 Persian victory. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. Happy Sunday. I'll see you in the next video.